We're back. What the worst time for the internet to go down? Literally right as I landed in the Institute. It just all went down. So, let's keep going. Which holotape? There we go. How am I supposed to give it back to Sturgis? It's also very strange that I haven't seen anyone yet. Wait, how much? What? Okay. I was like, why can't I look at my... Let's eat some of the grilled radstag. That'll give us some...
Hello. I wondered if you might make it here. You're quite resourceful. I'm known as Father. The Institute is under my guidance. I know why you're here. I'd like to discuss things with you face to face. Please, step into the elevator.
Alright. Seems totally safe. Shouldn't be worried.
I can only imagine what you've heard, what you think of us. I'd like to show you that you may have the wrong impression. Welcome to the Institute. This is the reality of the Institute. This place, these people, the work we do. For over 100 years, we've dedicated ourselves to humanity's survival. Decades of research, countless experiments and trials, a shared vision of how science can help shape the future.
But are these all synths, or are they actually people?
Easy. And our actions are often misinterpreted by those above ground. Someday, perhaps, we can show them what we've accomplished. But for now, we must remain underground. There's too much at stake here to risk it all. As you've seen, things above are unstable. I'd like to talk to you about what we can do for everyone. But that can wait. You are here for a specific, very personal reason. You are here.
Everyone just knows that I'm looking for my son. Is that my son? Hey, son. Medical equipment.
Sean?
Huh? Yes, I'm Sean.
Sean? Oh my god. It's really you.
Who are you?
Sean.
Father, what's
It's
going
me.
on? What's happening?
I'm your dad. Sean, are you okay? You're not hurt, are you?
What's going on? Father? Father!
What do you want me to do, Sean? What can I do?
I don't know you. Go away. Father! Father, help me! There's someone here. Help me!
Please, Sean. I'm your father. Talk to me. Just open the door.
Father? Father, help me! He's trying to take me! Father? Father, help me!
Great. Get all his way and you're ungrateful.
Sean. S923, recall code Cirrus. Fascinating, but disappointing. The child's responses were not at all what I anticipated. He's
Did you just, like, shut down my child?
We're only just now beginning to explore the effects of extreme emotional stimuli. Please try and keep an open mind. I recognize that you are emotional, and that your journey here has been fraught with challenges. Let's start anew. I am Father. Welcome to the
Let's see where this road goes.
Father? That's your name? Your title?
Father is my unofficial title.
Is he like the giver?
It's what I've come to mean to the people of the Institute.
He's kind of like the
Just
giver,
as-
isn't he?
As you mean to your son. To Sean.
Just help me understand what's going on here.
I promised answers, and answers you shall have. But I need you to realize that this situation is far more complicated than you could have imagined. You have traveled very far. and
More
suffered a
complicated
great
than
deal
what's
to
going
find
on
your son.
above ground?
Well, your tenacity and dedication have been rewarded. It's good to finally meet you. After all this time. It's me. I am Sean. I am your son.
What? Oh. Oh, yeah, because...
It's really you? After all this time.
Yes.
So wait, how did you
It's
go
true.
from getting
From
kidnapped
the
to...
moment, you had no concept of the passage of time. You were released from your pod and went searching for the son you'd lost. But then you learned that your son was no longer an infant, but a 10-year-old boy. You believed that 10 years had passed. Is it really so hard to accept that it was not 10, but 60 years? That is the reality. And here I am. Raised by the Institute. And now its leader.
Well...
It wasn't right, what they did. Taking you from me like that.
To you, that would certainly seem true. But to the Institute, it made all the sense in the world. At that time, the year 2227, the Institute had made great strides in synth production. But it was
My
never
son is,
enough.
like,
Scientific
30 years
curiosity
older than me.
and the goal of perfection drove them ever onward. What they wanted was the perfect machine. So they followed the best example thus far. The human being. Walking, talking, fully articulate, capable of anything.
So the weird science experiments needed specimens. That's why they took you.
In a manner of speaking. Yes.
He was just
The
very calm
Institute
about this.
endeavored to create synthetic organics. The most logical starting point, of course, was human DNA. Plenty of that was available, of course. But it had all become corrupted. In this wasteland, radiation affected everyone. Even in their attempts to shield themselves from the world above, members of the Institute had been exposed Another source was necessary. But then the Institute found me after discovering records from Vault 111. An infant, frozen in time, protected from the radiation-induced mutations that had crept into every other human cell in the Commonwealth. I was exactly what they needed. And so it was my DNA that became the basis of the synthetic organics used to create every human-like synth you see today. I am their father. Through science, we are family. The synths, me.
So technically...
Sean. It's really you.
It really is. I know you must have questions. Please. Anything I can do to help you understand.
Okay, the Institute.
So you're in charge of the Institute?
I am the acting director, yes. I spent decades working to reach this point. It's a responsibility I take very seriously. The Institute. It's important. It really is humanity's best hope for the future, no matter what those above ground might think of us.
But, director? Why you?
I was the most qualified for the position, obviously. I've lived my life within these walls, dedicated to science like every other member of the Institute.
I wonder if he was ever bad at, like, what he did.
My hard work has paid off. Ultimately,
I
the
failed that
Commonwealth has
math
nothing
test
to
in
fear from
second
us.
grade, and they
Whatever
said it
you've
was over
seen
from
or
there.
heard,
I was a lost
I
cause,
know
they
I
said,
can't
but
convince
now
you
I'm
of
the
that.
director
Just
of the
give me
Institute.
time. What else can I say to ease your mind?
Kellogg.
He worked for you?
Kellogg. He was an Institute asset long before I arrived here. It wasn't until I became director that I learned of all the things he'd done. What kind of man he was.
You knew the man was a psychopath, but you used him anyway?
Would you have preferred that I turned him loose on the Commonwealth? At least keeping him on a short leash kept the collateral damage to a minimum. The Institute took advantage of Kellogg's vicious nature. I will freely admit that. Institute technology prolonged
As your
his
father,
life.
I'm very disappointed in you.
His usefulness far beyond any normal human lifespan. He never failed the Institute, but his cruelty became more apparent with every completed objective. I won't lie. It's no coincidence your path crossed his. It seemed a fitting way to allow you, us, to have some amount of revenge. What else can I say to ease your mind?
Your mother. She never got to see you grow up?
Yes. What happened to her was...
It was Kellogg.
I've gone over the records of the incident, of course. It seems her death was an unfortunate bit of collateral damage.
Collateral damage? Is that all she was to you?
I forget that it's been such a short time for you. I don't have any direct memories. And I've had my entire life to cope with the loss. Has it always been easy? Of course not. But I've done my best to move on and live my life. For many years, I never questioned
This music is not
who my
fitting.
parents were. I
Gotta go
accepted my
round. I've
situation,
regretted
and that
not growing
was
up
that.
knowing my mother
With old
and
age
accepting.
comes regret. And asking what if more often. But what matters now is that you and I have a chance to begin again. I know there's more for us to discuss, but the Institute is on the verge of some important breakthroughs. Your presence would be appreciated as we approach them. I've been a part of something amazing here. I've helped to build a life for myself and the people of the Institute. And now, after all these years, you have an opportunity to help with that. Doesn't that intrigue you? Isn't that what you want?
Sure, why not?
Yes, that's what I want.
I know. I know you've been through so much. I'm pleased to see it has not impaired your judgment.
I'm gonna keep an open mind.
I'd assume that after everything I'm sure you've seen above ground, you would be more than a bit biased against us. There is much to be done. You'll need time to acclimate yourself.
I could hold some
A
resentment,
chance to
but
become
hey,
acquainted without
I want to
the
see where this
subjects.
goes.
I'll do whatever it takes. It's worth it.
I am glad to hear that. The Institute is now your home as much as it is mine. Please, you'll want to introduce yourself to the division heads. Dr. Fillmore in Facilities, Dr. Ao in SRB, Dr. Holdren in Bioscience, and finally Dr. Lee in Advanced Systems. They've all been notified of your arrival.
Alright, father, son, weird timeline shift.
It was no small feat to get that back under
That wine.
control. There's some real monsters.
Alright, let's find that
Now that
serum
they've set up shop,
for Virgil.
I'm told the Minutemen will be in a better position to help whoever in the Commonwealth might need them. That's good to hear, don't you think? Feels like anything's possible when you're in love, according to Billy. Here's crazy, he calls me.
Alright. Kellogg's occasional presence continues to unnerve the others. First, I thought he was merely intimidated by his confidence and arrogance. I can't remember how Sean's voice was. Or perhaps even of his general being. Kellogg is, after all, a killer. But I've continued to witness their reactions, gauge their sidelong glances, and I've detected something else. Something I probably should have anticipated. Jealousy. Kellogg is a living memorial to a forgotten program. He's an augmented human being, a cyborg, really. And the benefits he has received cannot be denied. But really, the scientists here could not care less about enhanced reflexes or greater combat efficiency. No, the cause of their envy, something more practical, more primal, and his enhanced life expectancy. Just how long will Kellogg live if he passes naturally? However unlikely that may be. It's hard to say. He's already more than 100 years old. Older, certainly, than any other human in the Commonwealth. His complete physiology has been altered. Perhaps he'll make it to 150, maybe even 200. Let the petty have their petty jealousies. Kellogg is a living testament to the ingenuity and superiority of the Institute, and I take no small pleasure in knowing that must irritate him to no end. Okay, status reports. The week continues. AO confirms sightings have said to we actually meet. Was this all for nothing? No, not nothing. I will have learned valuable things about myself, my past either way. I cannot afford to let emotion get in the way. I must simply observe and record. I'm told Kellogg has gone offline. Strangely, I find myself thinking of Dr. Walker. He had such high hopes for Kellogg, such faith in the implants and what they could mean. I still regret eliminating the project, but I know where it would have led us. Walker was never shy about his goals, and too many others were starting to listen. In the end, I believe I was justified. The Institute is about preserving humanity, not some bizarre amalgamation of biology and technology. I don't know if I was supposed to shut down the synths, but wait. I still gotta take that stuff back, though.
Call this a clean floor? Are your visual receptors malfunctioning? Can you not see the grime and dust?
My apologies, sir. I was issued a defective cleansing unit.
Don't make excuses. You're clearly defective, and I intend to report this. Perhaps after you've been disassembled, we can use your components to make something that's actually useful.
Yes, sir.
The rest see me as little more than a glorified repairman. But I'm as much a scientist as any of them.
I
Doc.
wasn't...
You know what happens when people get robots to do all their work? They get fat and lazy, that's what. Real people doing real thinking and real work. That's the future I want.
No argument here.
Nice to meet someone who isn't upset. I've been saying for years that we're too reliant on the... Maybe you can talk some sense in. In any case, perhaps a fresh perspective will...
Hello, it's Higgs.
It's an honor to have you here, sir.
Welcome to the Institute, sir.
Be
on the lookout for unusual synth behavior.
Alright, I will look around for unusual synth behavior.
Greetings, sir.
Hey, defective cleaning guy. Bye. It's a cool little, like, terrarium looking thing. Are you a synth?
Good to see you.
Yep. Nice to see you too. Is anybody here human? Besides, like, Father and Lawrence? Hey there.
Operating at full capacity.
That's great. Just great. Love to hear it. Hey. Do you mind that I'm in here?
There's a lot of hubris around here lately, and I don't care for it.
Okay. I'm gonna take that. I'm literally just looting this place. Alright, I'm gonna leave.
Busted.
Anybody? Don't know where anybody else is. This is an elevator. Oh, look at that water. So clean. I can imagine what it must have taken to, like, build this whole thing. And all of the robots.
Hey, pal.
Hi, I'm just gonna say hi. Wake you up there.
I know that suit. You're one of those people who lives underground.
You live underground.
Hey, sweetie.
Hey, sweetie. Oh, you're twins.
My daddy says you're father's daddy, but he looks so much older than you.
Literally just got here. How did your dad, while you were sleeping, come into your room and just drop that knowledge bomb on you? And you just go back to sleep. Weird kids. Huh, that makes sense. I mean, we live in an underground facility and things are pretty nuts. Are you a synth?
We're all looking forward to working with you.
Thanks. I still don't know how word travels so quickly. I just got here. Just burn down the whole thing. Maintenance terminal. Where does this elevator go? This is like old tech. Whoa. It'd be crazy if, like, they accidentally made a tunnel to get out of this area. I wonder where this is. It's a dig site. But it would literally be the only way into the Institute that didn't have, like, some weird teleporting thing. elevator is taking an awfully long time.
That was the Inks box with "It's all over but the crime." Time for yet another slice of news from the Commonwealth, folks. Are you familiar with the old sailing ship stranded on top of a building downtown? Reports from the area suggest it'd be a good idea.
This is the longest elevator ride I've ever taken.
At all costs. Now, believe it or not, you'll have to shift your gaze much, much higher. You heard it here. The ship somehow managed to become airborne and lodged itself in a different building downtown. How? Why? I suggest you just roll with it, folks. It's crazy, but it's true. Keep in tune with Diamond City Radio for all the
I am,
no matter how weird.
concerned that we're caught in some sort of loop.
A hacking and a whacking. It's Butcher Pete.
Alright, I don't think this is supposed to be that long, so let's load a quick save real quick. Oh, really? The last autosave was like... before the teleportation? Dang. I don't want to go through that whole dialogue sequence again. What if I just die? Let's try it. Dang it. There we go. Let's see where I spawn. Let's see if this fixes it. It's gotta fix it, right?
I guess this is clean-ish.
Oh, really? Dang it. I have to go back there? Okay. Oh. I still need... Oh. What? I have to build... Okay, I gotta quick save next time I get into the Institute. Okay, power, generators. Small generator. Boom. Boom. Okay, medium-sized generator. And then Nope. That. I think they're all on the same circuit. Yep. Okay.
Sturgis.
Sturgis.
Everything looks good on my end. You ready to see if this...
Ready.
You sure?
Okay, skip. Get on here. Skip. Oh my goodness, Sturgis, go to the thing.
Okay, hold real still. I don't want any corruption of the molecular beam. Oh yeah, by the way, I figured this was a golden opportunity to find out as much as we can about the Institute, and what they're up to. Yeah, this holotape's all set with a program that will scan their network and download anything it finds. Uh-oh. Yeah, we better hurry. And don't worry about that tubing wiggling around. It's, just there for decoration. Okay. Scanning for the Institute signal. Tracking RF. And... got it. Hold on to your butt.
And arrive.
Safe and secure, and full of quality establishments like this. Commonwealth weaponry. It's a dangerous world out there.
Okay,
Protect your family.
terminal.
Based on this next song, I think it's safe to say that Betty Hutton had some complicated feelings about men. Here she is.
Scan. Okay.
Hello.
Hi, Father. Back again.
I wondered if you might make it here. You're quite resourceful. I am known as Father.
Yeah, let me in. And you do the dialogue sequence again.
I know why you're here. I'd like to discuss things with you face to face. Please, step into the elevator.
Sure. In the elevator. Boom. Quick save. There we go.
I can only imagine what you've heard, what you think of us. I'd like to show you that you may have the wrong impression.
I need to get to a certain point before I stop.
Welcome to the Institute.
It's beautiful.
This is the reality.
Oh, look at it.
This place, these people, the work we do. For over 100 years, we've dedicated ourselves to humanity's survival. Decades of research, countless experiments and trials, a shared vision of how science can help shape the future. It has never been easy, and our actions are often misinterpreted by those above ground. Someday, perhaps, we can show them what we've accomplished. But for now, we must remain underground. There's too much at stake here to risk it all. As you've seen, things above are unstable. I'd like to talk to you about what we can do for everyone.
Sounds great.
You are here for a specific...
Hi, Sean.
Sean? Personal reason.
Yes, I'm Sean.
You are here for your son.
Who are you?
Sean.
Father, what's
It's
going
me.
on? What's happening?
Yes, it's me. Your dad.
What's going on? I don't know you.
It'll be okay,
Go
Sean.
away. Father.
Please, Sean. I'm your father.
Father? Father?
Sean. S923, recall code Cirrus. Fascinating, but disappointing. The child's responses were not at all what I anticipated. He's a prototype, you understand. We're only just now beginning to explore the effects of extreme emotional stimuli.
Hi, son.
Please
Already been
try
through this.
and keep...
Uh-huh.
Let's start anew.
Father?
Father is my...
Just...
I promised answer, but I need you to... You have traveled very... It's good to finally meet. I am.
It's really you?
Yes. In the vault. But then you... Is it really so? And...
Mm-hmm. But why?
Ah, now that... At that time, the scientific... So they found...
So the weird science...
In a manner of... The Institute. Plenty of that was... Even in their... But then the Institute... I was exact... I am there.
Sean.
It really... I know you...
Institute...
So you're in charge?
I am the Institute.
But...
I was the most... I've lived... Ultimately, the Commonwealth has nothing.
Right.
Just... What else can I...
Kellogg.
He worked...
Kellogg.
Uh-huh.
It wasn't until...
You knew the man was a psychopath?
Would you have preferred that I turned him loose? The Institute... He never... I won't lie. What else can...
Your mother.
Yes.
Sure.
I've gone over the...
Collateral damage?
I forget that it's been such... I don't... Has it always... For many years. With all
And...
I know there's... The Institute. I've been a part. And now... After...
Yes.
That's what I want.
I know.
Right.
Forgive me. There is much...
I'll do whatever it takes.
I am... The Institute. You want to... And finally, Dr. Lee...
There we go. Alright, we did it. We're back to where we just were. Oof. That was an ordeal getting back to here. Okay, I just want Sean's terminal password. Thank you. Take those. Alright, let's do a little exploring before we cut the stream here. I know it might not seem long on your end, people watching, but the internet was cut, so I had been playing for a little bit, and then it just stopped. Okay, so this isn't where I'm supposed to go. What? Where did I go before? Oh, through these doors. Alright, down we go. Oh, what? Okay, bye.
Almost done. Just need to tighten up this primary drive servo.
That's the third primary drive breakdown this month. As far as I'm concerned, the phase out on these older models can't come soon enough.
Oh, I don't know.
Doctor.
They weren't
Most
kidding.
of them have lasted long
They really
past
are
their
here.
projected lifespans.
Well, all right.
If you ask
I'm
me,
sure.
When Father told us about you, if you don't mind my asking, what?
I just wanted to find my son.
Now that you've found him, I hope you're... Now, I'll give you a quick run. As you might guess, we keep the Institute's... We maintain and upgrade all of the systems that make it possible to live. There's a lot of machinery behind these walls that recycles the air and water and provides power to the laboratories and quarters. The work we do might not be as exciting as some of the other departments. So, now that you're here and you've spoken...
Absolutely.
Oh, good to hear. Take your time. Get yourself acquainted. If there's anything else...
It must be a challenge to meet the power...
Absolutely. We scratch and... Over the years, we've learned a few tricks that help. When necessary, we can tap into select sources on the surface. We take only what we need, of course. Fortunately, advanced systems is always... It's a good thing, too, because... You don't even want to know what a single use of the molecular dematerializer consumes. I can't argue with that. Even so, I'm ready to see the full Gen 3 roll out.
There we go. All set.
Just kind of jumped
Unit,
back
you can
into this
return to duty.
conversation.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thanks again.
Of course. We're all looking forward to working with you.
Yeah, thanks.
And that,
That's great.
folks, was the Inks Box.
You're here. Glad you made it.
Thank you. So glad to be here.
It's an honor to have you here, sir.
Alright. That's great.
I know you'll achieve great things here.
Well, you're just hopeful.
Food Supplement 77 has been discontinued?
That is correct.
That was my favorite one. Can't we keep it a little longer?
I will be happy to forward your request to the Bioscience Division. In the meantime, please feel free to enjoy one of our other nutritious and flavorful food supplements.
I want Supplement 77.
I am sorry, sir, but that supplement is no longer available.
Useless machine.
Greetings, sir. Welcome to the commissary. Would you care for food?
Sure. Let's take a look.
See what you call food. Institute bottled water, Institute food packet. It's very exciting.
Dr.
Anyone
Orman's
important?
lecture on cold fusion was nothing short of a revelation.
That's
Father's
great.
a great man. You must be very proud.
Yep, Father's the son I've always wanted. These are all tools. Give me some of that ammo. There we go.
Reporting status. All functions normal.
Cool. Alright, so we'll meet all these department heads on the next stream. I kind of need to get sleep, so... yeah, sorry for the interruption. I don't know what cut the internet off for that short second, but... as some of you probably have learned, if it gets cut once, it'll just, you know, it'll just cut the stream, and that's about it. So, we'll just take our seat here and reflect on being in the Institute. And we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Feel free to check out links below. You can see, you know, stuff. There's a link to my YouTube page. There's content going up every day. You can see my website. You can check out anything else. Maybe you like using Twitter or Instagram. I'm on those. You can find my Facebook page where a lot of stuff gets updated regarding my music. So you can check all that stuff out at your leisure. But thanks again for stopping in and hanging out. We'll see you next time with more Fallout 4, because I want to keep playing even though I have to stop.